Hey, what's up guys? This is Tommy, and I'm doing a video on how to attract girls, how to get a girl to like you. It's all really the same. So I'm going to keep this really simple. There's all kinds of stuff out there. There's a lot of information, and a lot of it's just filler, or they do routines and all this crap that fills your head with stuff that you don't need. So I'm going to keep this simple just because it's the stuff I've learned, I've gamed, or whatever you want to call it, for years. All over the country, different places in the nation, some pretty unique places. So I have a lot of good reference points. I have a lot of passion. I have a lot of love for girls. So this is what I've learned, and hopefully it helps you out. So I like to keep things simple for myself. So here are the basic rules on how to attract girls. So 3 things. I'm just going to break it down into 3 basic rules. The first one is to be strong and be confident anywhere you go. And this is something that you have to do from the get-go. Like if you go to a club, you have to plant your legs firmly on the ground, have a strong core, just have a strong demeanor. Why is this important? Because if you're at a club, for instance, and there's a drunk dude rolling around, and he bumps into you, you can't fall over because of something like that. You have to be able to stand your ground. He'll actually probably apologize if he runs into you or something like that. Same thing at a party, especially if it's crowded or something like that. So that's super important. Gotta be physically strong. It sets the frame for the rest to come. So anyway, if you're just chilling or you're with your friends, you probably don't need to be that firm. But if you're going somewhere new especially, it's very important, a good idea. And you don't want to have a frame for other people taking advantage of you either. So anyway, that's the first thing. Second thing is you have to feel good. This is the value you bring. So girls are really good at picking up on how us as guys feel. Guys aren't that good at this. If you're around a group of guys, you could feel like shit, and none of the guys will pick up on it. They just listen to what you say. But girls are different. They can feel what you feel. It's one of the major differences between girls and guys. So you have to feel good when you're around girls because they'll pick up on that, and that's what they want. So if you're at a party, for instance, you're trying to look for good emotions, like having fun, however you can make it fun, ask yourself, how can I make this fun? That's what a friend taught me. It works great. And a lot of it I do is just trolling. Like I'll just mess around. Whatever way I find funny, I'll just do it. And that is how you can make it fun. That's a good way. Also, another really good thing I do is whenever I have a really good feeling, I actually write it down on my phone. So it's like an anchor. So if I'm not feeling good, I can just pull up my phone and just remember those things, and that's huge. There's a lot of good things that you can feel good about. That's the value you bring, and that's what girls pick up on. So that's really important. That would be the second thing after being strong. So you do that, you'll find that you're strong, and just like dancing, having fun, whatever you want to do. And the third thing is you have to get physical. Ultimately, that's your goal with a girl, whether if you want to date her for 10 years before you marry her, or if you want to hang out with her that night, you have to get physical. So you have to kind of get that going, so it's not awkward, or so there's not a big gap between it when the time comes, when it's naturally the time for something like that could happen. So how do you do this? Just have fun with it. You usually don't want to start it as something sexual, because girls don't want to feel like sluts, and that's totally understandable. It's normal. But you don't want to set a trigger off that would do that. So you don't want to make it sexual unless it's like at a club and she's just grinding on you, she's going crazy. Maybe then, like Thailand, that kind of stuff happens, and that's cool. But if you're at a party or something, especially around a social circle, like at a college or something, the friends around you and stuff, you don't want to make it sexual or right from the get-go. Just want to keep it friendly. You can still grind on her and stuff, but you want to keep it, if that's what's going on, but just keep it normal. Lots of hugs, high fives, maybe picking up and carrying, if you're in a pool and you're just messing with her, you just pick her up and carry her to the other side of the pool, whatever fits the situation. But you want to get physical, so they're used to it. So they're used to being close to you. And then it's a lot easier to be sitting next to her with your arm around her and then just naturally make out or something. Those things happen spontaneously. So that's it. Those are the 3 things. Again, I don't want to make this video long, so I'm just trying to keep it really simple, but that's the basis of it. 2 more things I'll leave you with. One thing I've learned a lot, and throughout all the many girls I've talked to, is you start looking for girls that like you. And you do it by looking at the girls in their eyes, and you can tell who likes you because they'll hold eye contact. So if you go to Thailand, for example, you'll notice that every girl you look at will hold eye contact with you, like welcome you to approach them, you know? And they won't even break eye contact with you. You have to break eye contact or you're going in. It's just going to happen naturally. So look for girls that like you, especially, you know, if she's attractive, that's huge. There's your invitation. You know, talk to her. It doesn't matter what you say. Just say, hey, remember, the whole point is have fun. Just have fun with it. That's the value you bring. That's what they like, and that's how you should be. By the way, on the bringing value part, the second thing, you want to see yourself like a fountain of like good feeling, and you bring value to other people so much that if other people don't, like if the girl doesn't bite or whatever, you know, if she's not interested, it's cool. It's like their loss because you're bringing good feeling to them, and they should want to be around you. And that's really how you feel when you're doing it. You're like, I feel bad that girl didn't get to have this value I'm bringing. So that's how it comes across, like naturally. So that's how it ends up being. So the other thing I want to say is, let's see, I wrote it down, so I'm just going to tell you. Yeah, see the ending that you want. So if you're with the girl, especially the harder the situation, the more important it is. So you want to see in your head where you want it to go, because if you don't, you can miss the opportunity, and that's important. So say you're in a situation, you're hanging out with a girl, you have your arm around her or whatever. You have to see if you want to make out with her. You should like test it in your head, even if right before, but just see if you can see it working. That's a big deal because you're the leader. As a guy, you're the leader. If you don't lead, it's probably not going to happen. The same way, if you don't approach, it's not going to happen. Girls are not going to approach you. You have to approach them. They might subtly try to approach you, but not really. That's another thing, by the way, from Thailand. Every girl likes you there. Every girl's interested, but they're still not going to come up and talk to you. You have to talk to them, and you have to lead it to where you want it to go. You're the guy, you're the leader. Well, that's it. So that's a pretty basic video. I want to put this out there because I just know there's a lot of information, and a lot of it's just, I got into it through routines and all this stuff, and I always wondered, I was like, do I really have to do a routine, you know? I was doing that when I started college, and it's pretty silly. It's like years ago when all the game stuff started. You don't have to. You can just do it naturally, and it's much better and more fun, and your mind is free. You don't have to worry about how to. It's just ridiculous. I have funny stories about that. Maybe I'll tell you them in another video. So anyway, that's it. Again, my name's Tommy. I hope you like this. If you do, thumbs it up, share it, and maybe I'll do more. All right, guys, take care. See ya.